Tonight, a proposed master plan for City Park is getting pushback. If the master plan moves forward, it could relocate a youth development organization.
For the City Park master plan laid out the new details of what the future may hold. It's a brand new roadway connecting the north side and the south side of the park, which would in turn displace the Grow Dat Youth Farm that has been located in the park for 12 years.
The project will cost hundreds of millions of dollars and could take decades to complete. While the plan aims to make the park more inclusive, some things that exist now could be condensed or relocated.
It is, we're in New Orleans and we have to have a different relationship with water than other cities. So what we do here is we try to prepare you as much as possible to be uncomfortable outdoors, but also to learn about the environment around us, so that we're not, as humans, building systems in this environment, in the swamp, that are combating the life that is here. So here at Grow Dat Youth Farm, we are literally staring in the face of what New Orleans is supposed to look like. And New Orleans is currently a city. Thinking about all of this water from the Mississippi especially, but all of the water that we see right here, imagine having to be a prisoner or someone enslaved and having to push this water out. And that is your job, to push this water out in order to create land for a city. That work creates trauma. That work creates a huge divide. And especially folks whose ancestors like mine had to do this work in order to make New Orleans the city that it is. City Park used to be plantation land. And especially here at Grow Dat Youth Farm, we are on top of what used to be Eller Plantation. So there were enslaved folks that worked these grounds, and the grounds look very different. So being a sugarcane plantation where sugarcane grew from inch to inch, and also the labor exploitation of people of color during the time of enslavement, now that we have a lot of young folks of color working here, we have to be able to understand that we have to do right. And what does it mean to do right? What does it mean to right a lot of the wrongs that were done here on this land? And one way that we can combat that is to pay our young folks instead of just having them volunteer. We are here with young people who hesitate when we do outdoor work and when we do hard labor, and where there are options to be doctors and lawyers and all the other great things. And we're healing that relationship with the land, because it's not just about seeing the land and knowing that it's beautiful. It's also all the tools and the resources that are out here that are free to us. And free is not common nowadays. And especially in New Orleans, city of such diversity, we want to be able to have spaces that are outdoors for people to be able to show all of the different perspectives that they see from the same thing. So we have trees here, we have flowers here, but they mean different things to people's families. They mean different things to people's lives, and that translates also to the food that we're growing here at the farm. So when we are here at the farm and we're cooking together and we're sharing our stories, that is an opportunity for us to be able to see a future where we're not using those things to tear our communities apart. We do have young folks who come from all different types of backgrounds, white, Black, Hispanic, and beyond. And anybody who's interested in this curriculum is definitely able to apply to this job. We expose to younger children to what does a carrot look like coming out of the ground? What does a potato look like growing? What are potato greens? What are sunflower greens? What are seeds? How long does it take a seed to grow? Our History of the Land tour is really important for all folks to know what this land used to be in order to really inform us on what justice looks like for this area. Grow Dat is a part of 1,700 acres, and we're just 7 acres. So initially, I was thinking that it's not personal. It's not like they're attacking us, right? There needs to be more information. So that has been our goal since the news of the replanting of the park has been, how can we provide as much information about Grow Dat as possible so that people know that we want to stay here and continue with our 7 acres and maybe even more, so that more young people can be here with the opportunity for their job, with the opportunity to increase their food access. Because we are the only youth farm in the entire New Orleans. So yes, the park is 1,700 acres, but Grow Dat 7 acres is very rare.
I was pretty scared, and I was also pretty disappointed. I really don't want Grow Dat to go. I think everybody should come here and have Grow Dat as their first job and to just have the experience of like being out and working in the field and getting to know other people from other places. There aren't going to be many spaces in the future that people my age or people younger can come to and enjoy that they don't have to pay for. It makes me feel pretty special, and it makes me feel really lucky to work here and to be accepted in a place where I feel safe. One of my values would probably be to like respect the land and to try to like research and learn the history. So if you're going into nature or if you're going camping, know how to treat the land and how to treat others and to teach others how to respect. I really want Grow Dat to stay for one, and I want Grow Dat to continue to thrive and continue to teach other people.
I want to see so many more youth employment opportunities. There's a lot of space here. There's a lot of things to do. And there are a lot of youth who are looking to be outdoors or to work for City Park or to have it on their resume or to have the experience of like responsibility here. We hire 70 young folks, and I see that number increasing. We learn from the past to imagine our future by putting faces and names together with time, and also understanding the journey that land and people have taken in order to get us where we are today, and also to put into context injustice and where it began. A fundamental question is like, why? Why are the systems that we experience today the way they are? And then that takes us in a mental journey through time. So where did it begin? Who is making the decisions? Who is holding power? And answering those questions gets us to a future that we want to see.
And the stalemate is over between City Park's governing body and Grow Dat Youth Farm, and the farm will stay. The new City Park master plan had called for a road to cut through the 7-acre farm. Now the road idea is gone, replaced with public pathways that won't affect the farm's operations.